What I have here today, December 9th, 2011, is a second attempt to do this video on how I made a set of hand pullers, the pry bar type. This started when someone watched one of my videos and they saw me use these hand pullers to take the hands off a pocket watch, and they asked if there were any other types. And I mentioned, yeah, there was the squeeze type, and then I mentioned there was the pry bar type, which is right here, which I said I would make, and I would do a video showing them. So this is that. So what you're going to need to make these things, first of all, is a piece of wire. This used to be 6 inches long, but since I used it for the pry bars, it's a lot shorter now. This is 100 thousandths diameter aluminum. The only reason I use this is because I had it lying around. And you use what you can. I figured the thicker the better, because it won't bend on you. So, and I would use a non-ferrous material, such as copper, aluminum, brass, nickel, because number one, it won't rust, and number two, it's easier to work on with hand tools, which is all I have. And the hand tools, I forgot to pull out a tool. Okay, hand tools. Let me put this tool here. What did I use? Well, I got a I'm going to touch it. I got a punch, a piece of steel. I use that for flattening of the tip. If you don't have the punch, you can use a washer or something. And there's the hammer. I wouldn't really hit it directly with the hammer because you really can't control the area you're flattening, so it's best to have something on top of the wire and then hit that. And then I got various pliers. This one is used for taking wire and making circles out of it. This is for cutting, and this is another pair if you don't have the this kind. And then this is the file I used for finishing it off. That's basically it. So I made some pictures showing what I did procedure-wise. And let's see what we have going on now. Okay, so the first thing you have to do is you have to flatten the end of the wire. I used 3/16 from the end. This is about, all these are estimates. And I flattened it 3/4 of the original diameter because I got tired of hitting the damn thing, and I figured that was enough. So that's step one. Step two, of course these are not to scale. Step two is you have to, I call it fit the wire. And fitting the wire, I did it to the underside of the hour hand on a pocket watch. That's what I had laying around. So you have to file the crap out of this wire to fit it under the hour hands with a little bit extra. Now the reason I flatten this wire with the hammer, because you get a flat on each side, and it's good to have, you need the flat on the bottom too. So, and once you flatten the crap out of it, you go to step three. Excuse me, once you file it to fit underneath, and you gotta be careful when you file that you keep the sides parallel, because it's easy to go off when you're doing it by hand, so you have to check your work frequently. So after you fit it underneath the hour hand, next step would be to bend it with the pliers or whatever you have. I bent it, looks like on the one I liked, since I did 2 of these, it looks like I bent it twice. Maybe it looks that way because when I bent the tip, the whole thing bent. I don't know, but it has a shape similar to that. And then once you bend it, you have to, as I say, put a point on it. And the reason you put the point on it like that is so you can slip it underneath the second hand, because when it's this thick, it's not going underneath the second hand, so you put a point on there. And I did that by just, filing off this corner. Oh, I forgot, you gotta use a loop too. Where's my loop? See if I can reach that without knocking something over. Yeah, you need the loop because you can't really, I couldn't see this with the naked eye, so I had to use the loop to frequently check my work. So yeah, you get the point on there like that. Important. And since this is all hand done, you fine tune it as you go along. So that's how I did that. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use them on a watch to take off the hands. I got all this stuff in the way. Let's see, can I put this down? Whoa! Let's see. Where are the hand pullers? I got a watch. I'm going to use this watch. This is the watch I fitted the hand pullers to. Excuse me. Let's see. Get my piece of mylar. Excuse me again. Whoops, that second hand's not on tight. I'll have to do something about that. Let me drop this. And we'll zoom in. Let's see how good we can get zoom in. Okay, so I'm going to now use my hand pullers. I gotta fix that leaf second hand. You grab them, let's see, well here they are. Flat side, well, you see the way they are. So with these pry bar ones, you are literally prying off the hand, so you stick underneath the hour hand. And you push down evenly on both sides to come off. Well, the first time I did this, one of them flew off. So that's how you do it on the hour and minute. And then for the second hand, this little thing doesn't want to cooperate. I use the mylar so I don't scratch up the dial. And let's see if we can do this. This should work. And that one comes off. So that's how you use them on a watch. The key is you have to when you're pushing down, you have to do it evenly, because if you do it favor one side over the other, you could snap off the post for the second hand, and you don't want to do that. That's why the other tools are easier, because it automatically does that. So now we'll do a close-up on the tools. Let's see, which one's this one? I'll show you this is the one I like the most. Let's see if it will zoom. Yeah, that's the finished shape. I don't know if you can see that. This is the one I like out of both of them. A lot of filing, as you can see. And this is the other one. This one I don't like. I'm too lazy to redo this one. Well, that's basically what they look like. Set of hand pullers. Homemade. You don't want to buy a set. Oh, you can make some. Oh, yeah, I'll get these to rotate better. Oh yeah, I started. These things are 2 inches long. I started out with a 6-inch piece of wire, and I made these 2 inches long. I figured that's good enough. So that's how you, or how I made the hand pullers. So I hope you enjoyed the show, and enjoy the rest of your day. I think I will. Looks nice outside.